Cherries, it's Jessica here with you today, and today's video is part of our Technique Tuesday video series where each Tuesday on our YouTube channel we have a new video, and each month we have a different theme that we're focusing on. For the month of November, we've been working with dies. Today I'm using the Winter Critters die, which is a Tim Holtz die from Sizzix, and there are these cute little animals. They're colorized dies, so you can pick whatever different color paper you want to work with to make these animals different each time. There is a moose, which is what I'm working on now, a penguin, a rabbit, and a little polar bear. And then there are little hats and scarves that you can mix and match on them, so I think it's super cute. The animals are organized pretty well with these, so one little cluster of dies all goes to the same animal, and then there's one more little die that has all of its eyeballs on it. So it's very easy. There's not like a lot of matching that you have to do. It's all just right there with the one die. I ended up having to cut out each die around 3 times. I also cut it out an additional time to make a little shadow behind each animal, which I think just added to it a little bit, gave it a little bit more dimension. I am also using a dark brown distress ink pad and a paint dauber to add a little bit of shadowing like around the faces of these animals, and then a little bit on like their noses or their hats, just to add some shadowing and give it a little different look, which I think adds to it a bit more than just having a bunch of flat papers. Something else that's really cool with these dies is that these animals can have a little bit different personality based on how you make the eyeballs, because there's that little glint in their eyes, so you can make them look a little crazy, you can make them look really cute, and everything in between, which I think is super fun. When using die cuts, I use this Sizzix sculpting kit all the time. It has tweezers in it and a little pokey tool that helps get all of the smaller elements out of the dies, which if you're a big die cutter, I recommend investing in. I know I use it all the time. And this die set has a lot of small little pieces, which I found the tweezers to be very helpful for. I will have all of the products that I'm using today linked in the description below, so make sure to check that out. And I'm using these animals today to make little tags. I like having some really fancy, cute little tags to use on Christmas presents, so that's what this will go for. So I finished up all of the animals. I did one of each, and now it's time to make their winter apparel. There is a Santa hat, a regular snow hat, some earmuffs, and a scarf. And it's fun to mix and match and play around to see what goes best with which. Once my animals were finished, I wanted to move on to the tag part. So for the base of the tag, I started by embossing. I'm using some snowflake embossing and then some circles. And then I am using some Distress Stain spray and some oxide spray to add some color. I went with blues and silvers because I wanted it to have like a wintry background feel. So it was like these animals were in the snow a little bit. Next, I'm using some gilding glue to use on the raised surfaces that the embossing folder gave me, and using some foil sheets to add a little bit of shimmer. How you use the gilding glue is you put it on very lightly and let it dry a little bit. It's still tacky when it is dry, so that's what will hold on to the foil. I really like using these foil sheets, especially when I'm doing a process more like this where it doesn't have to be perfect. So for all 4 of these tags, I used the same foil sheet, so I was really able to get the most out of it. I think this is a quicker, easier technique that looks super cool every time, with adding the embossing folder, then spraying it, and having this little bit of shimmer and foil on there. I think adds a lot. In my next steps, I used some stamps and some frame dies to frame these a little bit. And then also to finish my tags, I backed them with a coordinating cardstock and added some ribbon. Each has 2 different colors of ribbon, and I think they turned out super fun. I hope this inspires you to give colorizing dies a try, and as always, thanks for watching.